Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Healings by Francis. I am Francis Gonzalez Griffin, and this is your April 4th, 2024 reading. Today is the 444 portal because April is the fourth month. Today is the 4th of April, and because it's the fourth day of the week since it's Thursday. So that makes it the 444 portal. Now, this is very important because I don't know if you haven't seen my reading from earlier this week, my weekly card pull. I actually had pulled a card that said, and I explained to everybody that this week your guides, your spiritual ancestors, your spirit family are very close in and around you. And it didn't even dawn on me at the time that it was the 444 portal. 444 spiritual meaning is that your guides, your guardian angels, your spirit family are all around you very strongly and supporting you at this time. And that's what this is all about. Now, the other part of this is with the solar eclipse coming on April 8th. Most people would say this is not a time for manifesting, but what is going to be very key and important for this week is if you are holding a high vibration today, if you are in good spirits today, if you have been in a good mind space, this is a day that you can manifest. This manifesting from now until April 8th, the solar eclipse, will be very powerful for you to manifest. Now, if you have been having problems staying in a high vibration, in a positive headspace, if you're going through a hard time, or you're frustrated, or you're annoyed, or you're worried, or things you feel like are not going your way, it is not a time to manifest. So if you're holding that high vibration and are in that high vibrational positive space, between now and April 8th would be a wonderful time for you to manifest, because spiritually, 444, like an angel number, I should say, 444 means your guides are around you. But 444 also spiritually means that at 444 is a confirmation that what you've been trying to manifest is coming towards you right now. So that's why I'm saying it's a good time to manifest. But if you're not in that positive headspace, in that high vibration, do not do it, because you will be bringing towards you things that don't serve you, because that's where you're at in your mind right now, and that's what you are in your feelings right now. So let's get started. I'm going to pull a few cards for this. I'm going to pull from the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie, and Raise Your Vibration Oracle by Kyle Gregg. So let's get started. I hope everybody's having a good day. Can you believe I'm still a little bit sniffly from that cold from like forever ago? Okay, the first card out. You got the love. When I hit the camera, I'm sorry. Hadrian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So this is speaking of you got the love as in your own self-love, your own self-care. And it's telling you right now that codependency is not for you, and boundaries is what's important. Setting boundaries, because that's part of self-love and self-care, is setting boundaries, because you're protecting yourself and your own energy when you do that. So that is an indication to me that right now that's what Spirit's trying to tell you, to make sure you have your boundaries. I'm actually gonna look up this real quick if I can find the because Hadarian energy is one thing that I'm not familiar with, and if I can find the meaning of this card, the way this book is, it's not numbered, so it's kind of like you just have to hope you can find it if you don't look at the front of the book. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, so this is it. The Hadarians are believed to be the beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships, because they only see unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love in a separate body. to learn to love self first. And that's what I mean. The card is talking about self-love. So the message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at soul level. So the inquiry is, do you lose yourself in relationships? With this, I'm sorry, my cat is going spastic behind me. I told you in my last reading, he loves to be in here. This is a kitten who's now 6 months old, and he always is in here if I'm in here. So he's all I always say I think he was my familiar in a previous lifetime, and now he's back this one. So exactly what that card is, I said. So now I know the Hadarian energy means that of unconditional love and pure love and self-love. So that is what's missing right now, is what I'm being told. You have to remember to give yourself self-love. Now, if you're in a place where you're looking like one of these people, this is not the place for you to manifest. If you can get yourself into a positive mind space and back into your self-love kind of phase, is what I'm being told, you can use this period for manifesting. But what's important with this card right now is that you're looking at the relationships around you, making sure there's no codependency, and making sure that you're setting up boundaries in order to protect you and your energy. Because that's what the card says, right? Hadarian energy. Your energy is very much of pure love. And that's the way you need to keep it. And I really feel like that's very much talking about coming into the April 8th. Whoops, this one is flipped over funny. Talking about April 8th coming in. I told you during the solar eclipse is going to be very important leading up to it and during and right after, for you to stay in a positive mind space to keep your vibration high. Because right now people are talking a lot about different things that can induce fear, and that's the number one thing you want to stay out of right now, is stay out of a place of fear. You don't want to be in a space of fear, because fear is a low vibrational energy, and being in a place of fear will just drag you down, and you won't be able to go through the solar eclipse and this 444 portal in a positive place. And that's where you need to be. Look at this, child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. With this card coming out and this other card, you got to remember, we are all spiritual soul beings in, to say it bluntly, like a meat suit, right? We're in here right now. This is but you lose connection to the fact of what you actually are as a human being. As human being, your soul, a spiritual self in a body for this life. Doesn't mean you've been that always been in a life. You could have had a life in maybe a different planet. Some people have recycled over and over again, reincarnated on this planet on Earth, but that doesn't mean it's always been your life on this planet. And this is a reminder with this Hadarian energy coming out on this. It's a reminder that you are a child of the cosmos, that you are more than what you are in this body, that you have all that you need to guide yourself in this life within you. You can connect to your higher self, and you can have the perspective of not just what is happening right now in your life, is what I'm being told. Remember to meditate. Remember to connect to your higher self. Remember to connect to your guides, to speak to your guides, to try to connect to the unity of the universe, is what I'm being told right now. Through these times, you can feel, if you're going into a space of negative energy for whatever reason, there's a lot of chaos happening all around us all the time. This is going to be very important that you stay out of thinking about the chaos that's going around you, about what people are telling you right now about that are inciting fear or whatever, and to remember that all of the wisdom lies within you, and to rely on your intuition and your inner self during this time now, more than what's happening externally around you, is what I'm being told. I'm just going to pull one more card from this deck. Okay, come on, card. Oop, there it goes. And the one that landed upright was cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. I'm feeling that some of you who are going to be watching this are going through a hard time right now. And this hard time is literally to have you grow. Look at the cracking open and the lights that's coming in. Look at what's happening to you right now and surrender to it. Don't try to fight it. Just try to sit with it and figure out the what and why and how you as a person can grow from this and move forward is what I'm being told. Let me pull 2 cards from the Secret Language of Light. These cards are bigger and my hands are a little bit smaller. Ooh, I'm going to take that one because it like flew out. Number 17, visualize. Look at all of that light pouring in. I'm being told at this point in time is that number 17 with visualize, look at, you're in a meditational pose. It's very important right now to meditate. That is what's going to bring you back into a positive mind space. But not only that, it's going to give you the clarity that you need in this situation. Because that's what this means with this cracked open surrender to the alchemy of life. It is about learning about the light within you, learning about the lesson that might be happening right now, learning how to move forward, being stronger is what I'm being told. And this visualize is all about visualizing what it is that you are going through right now and visualizing what it is that you want to be the actual outcome. Visualize it because that's what will come into fruition. For those of you who are in a positive mind space and who are not, maybe this isn't what's going on with you at this time, this is a message to you guys to visualize what you want your life to look like. And this is actually what you can do here, right, too. It's just visualizing, knowing at that time and without doubting it or thinking that it's not going to happen. Don't be your own naysayer is what I'm being told. There's enough people who want to be naysayers in the world. You don't have to do it to yourself, right? One more card from this deck. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Number 18, which is funny because that's 17 and then it says 18. Let go. Now look at this. This, to me, always symbolizes Michael the Archangel's. Oh, and it says truth on it. Look, I don't know if you can see that, but it says truth right there. Let go. This is what this cracked open and surrender means. Let go of what is weighing on your mind. Sit with it. Look at why it's weighing on your mind and then let it go. Surrender to it and release. And this is the confirmation of that. Let go of what's weighing you down right now. It's not for you to be weighed down, to be burdened by it, is what I'm being told. Let go and ask. That's why your guides and your spiritual team are all around you right now. Whoops, I knocked over that dragonfly. That's why they're all around you right now. If you remember, the reading I did earlier this week for the week was ask for help from your guides, from your spiritual team. They're all around you right now, and they're trying to have you move forward to support you. Give yourself the unconditional love, the self-love, and the self-care that you need right now. Setting up boundaries in order to not allow whatever, it's going to be different for everybody, what is weighing on you, whether it's a relationship, a situation, but set up the boundaries to protect yourself. Remember that you are a child of the cosmos and that all of the wisdom is within you already. Use that wisdom to crack yourself open and surrender to the alchemy of life. And that will enable you to just let it go. And you can visualize what it is that you want to bring in now. What you want your life to look like now. Oh, I'm going to have to leave it there because I don't have enough time.